Om Shanti. Thank you for coming on this cold evening, and Om Shanti to the Zoom people. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Whether you're here or there, we're glad you can make it this evening. So we're rounding out the month of talking about new beginnings, and specifically the theme has been new beginnings. And today, Sister Anjani is joining us to talk about how every day is a new day, as the song just said. So I can wake up in the morning with two different attitudes. Oh, another boring day, right? Or I can, three ways. I can wake up and just say, "What? How am I going to fill this day?" Or I can absolutely be carrying the past from what went wrong yesterday into today before it's even started, right? Or I can take the power to not be the victim of time. I like calling it victim because I think that we all know the feeling of just how do I chew up the clock? What am I going to do? I'm tired. I don't know. We make excuses. But I find that I spend most of my life um, letting the outside world decide my mood. And what I've learned here is as much as possible, and it's increasing. What I've learned here is to take some responsibility and power for my own day. And, you know, in the flyer that went out, Sister Anjani talked about bedtime as an important time to set the tone of tomorrow. It's the seed that we plant for a new day. Personally, I can't do a whole day, and I'm very curious to see what Sister Anjani is going to say about planning a day. But I know that when things happen, I can take advantage of feeling good. For example, I have a grandchild who had to go for a procedure. He was very frightened. I participated in rewarding his courage after it was over because I knew what would happen. He would do it and he would feel very brave. But he needs someone to talk about how courageous. He's 13. He's not 8. He's 13. And we had such a beautiful exchange. Texting, of course, because, you know, under 20, you don't talk, you text. Under 30, under 40. And I felt so jubilant because I created a blessing for him. So the first thing I've learned to do is not wait for the world to come to me, not be a victim, but to be able to call that person who's lonely, call someone who's in the hospital, visit them. There are so many proactive things I can do. And I'll share a little secret with you. I grew up with a lot of anxiety as a younger person. To this day, if I have a free afternoon, because I've learned so much about peace here mostly, and I'm old enough to have practiced it for decades, if I have a free hour, even if it's not really free because I'm going to the supermarket, I'm in joy because I'm not anxious. And I celebrate that time that I have to myself to do whatever I want. And of course, it can be just, you know, we do an open-eyed meditation. I can be walking, I can be even talking to someone, but I don't have to be with yesterday's thoughts. You know, we learn that here. And I don't have to be a prisoner of any thinking in my head. And I don't have to be a prisoner of what happens on the outside world. I can detach and sit in the front row and watch the scenes go by, which we've talked about a lot here. So I don't know what Sister Anjani has up her sleeve. I'm sure that she's going to enlighten us. And no matter how many or how few are here because of the cold, we have the warmth and the really the magic of Sister Anjani to guide us for the next 50 minutes. And of course, Brother Eric's expertise upstairs there. So, Sister Anjani, usually she sneaks up on me, you know. There she is. Okay, thank you so much. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti and good evening. Good evening to the brave ones in this room and the family on Zoom. So, how was your day today? Yes, how was your day? Great? Happy day, peaceful day, loving day. What kind of day was it today? We don't ask ourselves this question, right? We ask someone else, how was your day? How many times do we ask ourselves, well, how's my day today? How do I feel today? Did I feel very, accomplished? I feel that my day was great. So it is sometimes these are thoughts and questions that I need to remind myself. One is others asking me, or I ask others. But I need to be aware because every moment is creating my day. Whatever I'm doing, when I look at myself waking up early hours of the morning for my morning meditation, what am I looking forward to for the day? So I look forward in the morning to spend time in company, in remembering and thinking of God, and thinking of my own divine self, my own true nature of being. And how do I want to see that emerge and materialize throughout the day so that it can create my day? Because whatever we do in the early hours of the morning, we're actually setting the tone for the day. If you wake up in the morning and you're lazy, now what do you think your day would look like and feel like? Say, oh, it's too cold. I'm not going to step out because it's too cold. And then the courageous one says, it's all right, let's go. And you do the things that you need to do. And so look at the play of thoughts. Look at how our thoughts influences our life in every single possible way. And so what are my thoughts like when I wake up? But before I start with my morning, the most important aspect to create my next day is basically my day before. It's like whatever I do today is going to impact my tomorrow. What I did yesterday impacted my today. You will find yourself that before you go to sleep, whatever are the thoughts you're playing with in your mind, if you wake up at night or you wake up in the morning, when you wake up in the morning, you will find that those thoughts are playing. It's like a record, like a music, whether it's a sweet recording or not a so sweet recording, or something of concern or something of a worry or whatever it is, you will find that it will emerge again. And what do you do at that time? You wake up in the middle of the night and you slept with a concern. And this is how anxieties and all these things are formed and created, because we don't stop them. We allow the thoughts to go on and on and on. So we need the tools to basically bring those changes, make those changes. And I'll come to that. But just see how, just observe and see how your evening goes and then how your night goes. The other thing is that in the evenings, a lot of people think, let me listen to the news, keep up with the news. And so I turn on my television and I'm listening to the same thing all day, but still at night, I have to listen before I go to sleep. Or anything that I'm looking at, you're looking at the movies, which is of violence and hate and all these kind of things. What do you think your life and how your life would be? It would definitely be impacted So I am creating my tomorrow now. Right now, I'm starting to create my new day. My new day begins now. Forget 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago. I am in this moment. I am in this now. That whatever I'm thinking, I'm creating my experience. And this experience is going to keep building according to the capacity that I move forward with it. It's like, let's stay with today, with now into tomorrow. Past is past. Past is gone. You know, it's one of the powerful point of knowledge that we use here. Past is past. Very powerful. Past is past. It's over. It's gone. We can't change it. We can't do anything about it. Yes, we can learn our lessons from it. But then sometimes it's the same thing that emerges again and again as a past. So how many times and what is the lesson that I learn? Did I capture the essence of that lesson and made that lesson mine? Or is it I'm operating from a sanskar, from a personality trait that I'm allowing myself to think this way again and again? And I'm saying, but I have to learn from the past. I have to learn from the past. So yes, we cannot change the past, but I saw, okay, where was I lazy today? Where was I being very productive? What did I get accomplished today? This is the moment. This is the now. This is the time for me to step back and look at my day and see now, okay, what am I going to do? What other thoughts do I need for my tomorrow that I need to create now? Because tomorrow is my future. There is no past and there is no present, really, if you think about it. All we have is this moment. Because it is this moment that will become the past. And it is the next moment that will become the now, this present. And so basically what we have is this moment. And so how am I using this moment? How am I thinking? And I have to look back. Yes, I bring things up on the screen of my mind. I said, let me create the biggest screen, the largest screen, so I can see every detail very carefully. What is it that I've done and what is it that I need to do more? But it is the feeling of the now, because looking at it, it's very important for me to make the decisions that I need to make now in this present moment. So going through the day in looking back and seeing, but it's being in a conscious present, I see, okay, I prepared that yes, I have to be here tonight, and I knew all the things that I had to do today. Feeling very successful with it. But now I'm preparing for my tomorrow. But I can't think about my tomorrow to prepare for my tomorrow. I still have to be in the present. Is it making sense? Because I just want you to see the importance of being aware that I am in this present, and whatever it is that I'm doing in this present, I'm going to create a beautiful tomorrow. I'm looking forward for the sun, and suppose tomorrow morning I wake up and there is no sunlight. It's very cloudy. Would you be disappointed because you haven't seen the sun? No. And so I am here looking forward for the day, but with what is it that I'm carrying from today into my tomorrow? What is it that I'm creating now I'm going to take with me tomorrow, that's going to enhance the day? It's going to make the day a much more beautiful day. So in the evenings, Here I am now sharing and processing it and thinking about it. But I will make sure I do my meditation before I go to sleep. What meditation does, it sorts the thinking and allow the mind to become very calm, very peaceful, very stable. Clean the things that I don't need to hold on to. Let them go. Whether I need to forgive, whether I need to let go. What are some of the important qualities at the end of the day? So I look at that. I think about it and allow myself to, it's like you're breathing in that energy and then feeling of giving, sharing, and then really sitting quietly and say, okay, now let me spend some time just with myself, with God. Not scenes, not situations, not people, not events, not anything. I've sorted all of that, and I'm here in this moment where I just want to be with God. So I allow myself to enjoy that experience. And we say, talk to God. Talk to God. So talk to God, but also listen to God. I'm not only the one to talk, but I want to listen. And this talking and this listening is a very beautiful experience because the mind becomes quiet, the intellect becomes still, and there is a very deep silence inside. And in that silence, there is one or two thoughts, not many. Now, imagine going to sleep with that experience, with that feeling, with that receiving, with that relationship with God. Go to sleep. You can wake up any hour of the night or waking up in the morning. The experience that you have slept with is what you will wake up with in a very beautiful way. So I have set myself up for it. So when I wake up in the morning, it's easy for me to connect. It's very easy to be in the experience of the relationship with God. It's very easy to feel the power or the virtues, the qualities I need that now will help me through my next day. So the day continues. There are many challenges. There are many things which will be not how you might think it should be, but it's okay. But all those scenes will play out. How fast can I move forward and don't stay with scenes? Many scenes come. And if we look today, you will see that you have held on so many things of the past. And that's what the whole day had been lived with. The day before, all day today, carrying today into tomorrow. No, I don't want that. Can I let it go? And so the experience of staying in the present and creating that which is beautiful, it's a conscious awareness. It's not just doing it. It's not about preparing for a program, or doing all the things one has to do in the home or whatever it is that one has to do. What's my consciousness behind doing it? That is actually what is impacting the soul. So if my consciousness is of the highest, then what happens? You'll find yourself, you're able to do something and you're able to step back very quickly. It's not playing like a music now in my head. I did this, I did this, I did this, I did that. How many times this music could be playing I have to do this or I did this. No, I don't need to play that music, because that music could become, very tiring after a while. I did so many things. So even if you're not tired, just to think of what you have done is going to make you tired. And so what and how do we teach ourselves here? Think of yourself as a soul. Think of your relationship with God, and whatever you're doing, you're actually serving humanity. You're serving humanity. You're serving in any capacity, but you're not in the bondage of the thinking. And you're not in the bondage of the action, because I am not going to keep thinking of what's done, what's past. Once I've done it, it becomes past. So I'm not spending my time in thinking, because if I do, then what am I doing in this present moment? This present moment has no value because I'm thinking of what I've done this morning or what I've done throughout the day. And so I'm living this present moment in the past. So how am I going to have a beautiful day? How am I going to have an energetic day, a vibrant day, a day that I'm going to look forward for the next day? And so this day is very important. What do I do? My consciousness, moment by moment. And it's an awareness, it's a practice that I've got to teach myself. Stay in this moment of awareness. And what's interesting thing about this journey is that I'm not only asking myself to stay in this moment, but I consciously give myself a thought. Because one is to tell myself, stay in this moment, then what? What does it mean just being in this moment? What am I doing in this moment? What am I thinking in this moment? What is the conscious thought I'm giving to myself? So here, like take, for example, we have traffic control, which we have talked about quite a lot in this. Again and again, you would hear about traffic control. Why traffic control is so meaningful for us? Very meaningful. And I love the music coming on as a reminder of time, because you don't know, it's like the hour goes by so quickly. And so the music comes on to say, well, go beyond, which means stop what you're doing, consciously check your thoughts, and take your thoughts to God. Leave everything for the moment. And just a little deeper, why we practice this. It is like any moment could be my last moment. And if that's the call of my last moment, what's the state of mind I'm in? Is my mind peaceful? Is my mind caught up? I have to check. So traffic control gives us that opportunity every hour. Just leave everything. This is my last moment. Whatever I'm doing, whatever I'm involved with, whoever I am with, up to that moment, it's okay, now I'm free. I'm completely free. I don't need anything. I don't need anyone. It's as though there is a very deep inner freedom that the soul is creating through this practice. That it starts becoming a natural awareness that I can just drop everything and say, I, the soul, I'm completely free. I'm free from the consciousness of the physical. I'm free from the consciousness of everyone's physical existence. And I'm just thinking of myself as light. Just going beyond, just going away. And just to think that I am with God. How powerful is that? So that taking God's power, because I am with God, taking God's power, receiving that power, and then to move into what I have to do, it becomes easier. So every moment, it's a conscious moment. And I'm aware that when I step back into the past, and I'm aware when I step into the future. Because I'm here now and I'm consciously aware, you can see, you can understand, you can recognize. If I have to ask you, well, what were you thinking about all day today? You might pick up a couple of thoughts, but can you pick up 50, 60,000 thoughts you would have created all day today? And you say, I've been thinking about this and I've been thinking about this. How many thoughts did I have throughout the day? Was my mind very active and busy and involving and, going on with so many things? Or is my mind becoming slower? Do I need my mind to be active? You think about it. Do I really need my mind to be active? Or do I need my mind at times to be just so quiet and peaceful? And so this is what we practice throughout the day, that I'm observing my mind. When my mind needs to think few extra thoughts for something, yes, by all means. But if it doesn't need it, why am I spending my time in thinking those extra thoughts? Can I say to my mind, oh mind, become peaceful? Just put a full stop. Just pause and see what happens. You're telling your own mind to pause. You're telling your own mind to stop. And when it stops, it's like a silence. And that silence has experience. That silence has feelings. That silence is a creative silence. That the next moment becomes a moment that is more meaningful for you. So how many times throughout the day do we stop? Do we pause? If I don't, stop for a long period, but even the small pauses throughout the day. So I stop. Observe. I observe myself. And then I guide my thoughts. I steer my thoughts. Here we say SOS. Stop, observe, and steer. So when I stop, especially at the times when you find your mind is running and you can't stop it, practice at that moment again and again. Don't give up. Don't let the mind become more powerful than you. Remember, you are the master of your mind. Tell at that time, as much as possible, create that friendship with the mind and say, it's time to pause. It's time to stop. It's time to be peaceful. It's time to just create this thought of peace or of love or of lightness. See what happens. You as the soul, you're managing your mind. You as the soul, you're guiding your mind. You as the soul, you're the master. You're the best friend. And see how the mind will start cooperating. And by giving that cooperation, and the mind becomes quiet, only then you can observe. While the mind is busy engaging, you can't see. I'm only seeing what is in front of me right here. I can't see beyond. And this is why the mind has to become quiet, so that I can step back and be the detached observer. It's like sitting in a seat and you're watching a movie. Can you imagine? You start thinking how all the actors should be playing their part in the movie. They shouldn't play like this. They shouldn't do like this. It should be like this. Can you imagine doing that? Now that's what we could be doing in real life. In real life, we look at every actor on the stage, which is all the people I see around me, and then I think how everyone's part should be, how everyone should play their parts. Then I'm not the chosen director of the play. Everyone has their own part and how they're playing it. So I need to step back, step back, step back and observe. This observer stage, this observer awareness is very, very important in our lives. Very, very important. Why is it very important? Because we are too involving, either in our doing, in our actions, or in our thinking. In our thinking. And so I need to teach myself to observe. Observe. Okay, I observe my day and I saw whatever I did, what I needed to do, what I've observed, and I'm observing from a way to learn that I can do better. So I observe. Then I steer my thoughts. I don't get stuck there. The moment I start asking myself the question, why? Why did I do that? Why did I do this? Why this? Why not this? Or ask that to anyone else. I'm asking someone else, why? Why is the Mother Nature, the weather is so cold? Doesn't make sense. That's her part. Why is there difficulties around? It's not going to help me thinking about it. Why? And so I'm not going to allow this question of this word of why to get into my way. So I'm able to steer myself away from all of that when I'm in this observer stage, this observer awareness. I'm able to separate myself from all that's happening and being in a very beautiful space that I'm creating for myself. Because I am the creator of my space. Whether negative or positive, I'm creating the space that I'm living in throughout the day. So again, I'm looking at today. How beautiful is the space I've created within myself? Okay, now preparing for tomorrow doesn't mean I'm going to think about what I have to do only tomorrow. But the thoughts I'm creating now is going to impact my tomorrow. What I'm going to be doing for the rest of the evening is going to impact my tomorrow. So how would I like to see my day? How would I like to see this beautiful day that's going to emerge? It's like it's night, somewhere else is day, and then the morning will come and then the sun rises. How do I want to see my tomorrow? In being in the now. I would like to wake up feeling very enthusiastic. I would like to wake up feeling full of life, full of energy, and to have a very, very peaceful, loving day. A day where I can feel that I can just be giving, 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 with no expectation. Because this is another thing I've been paying attention to. How much do I look at others and thinking that they have to give to me, that I need from them? And I've been looking at that and seeing that the more I'm paying attention, it's like the observer, I'm able to steer myself away from any forms of expectations. Because our biggest difficulties in life, it comes from expectations. It comes from subtly, there is a desire for something from someone. So that was a lesson very deeply I had been learning and teaching myself, that these expectations, even for someone to come and help me, I don't need to create expectations. If you're 2 or 3 people and you have this thought, this one should help me or that one should, no. You keep doing and see what you're doing. When you stay happy, you stay peaceful, you stay giving, how the cooperation comes with it. But sometimes we forget that. We forget that most important principle, and we get caught up in the expectations. So I need to step out and step back and look and see what's deep in my consciousness. As I'm doing whatever it is that I'm doing, that I'm feeling that which is beautiful, which is my qualities in it, that is creating something new. So every moment becomes a new moment. Every moment becomes a new moment. Why? Because of my consciousness. The action may be same. Everything will be same that I'm doing. But why is there sometimes happiness and sometimes sadness, or any other low vibration energy, and sometimes high vibration energy? Why? It's back to my consciousness. What am I thinking while I'm doing what I'm doing? Because whatever it is that I'm doing, and I have the right thoughts, the high vibration thoughts, the high quality thoughts, you know what happens in the process? It really rejuvenates the soul. And the experience that the soul carries is like you can do so much throughout the day. Sometimes I'm up from 3:30 in the morning and I don't go to sleep until 9:30 at night. But the experience of all through the day is a very high vibration. So you don't get lethargic, you don't get tired, so many things you can accomplish, and you feel accomplished inside. It's not about looking at the things outside and thinking about accomplishment, but it's the accomplishment inside. How do I feel today? How do I feel about my day today? Did my actions made others happy? Or did I only think about myself being happy? Like one of the line of our study this morning, become world benefactors. That means give to the world. So if I'm not giving to the world, then I'm a self-benefactor. Or I'm a benefactor for just 2 or 3 people, those around me. But can I think of the whole world? Can I think the world is my family? How much time do I give during the day or even in the evenings that I can say, oh, here is this whole planet Earth, and the world is carrying my family. Some are in difficulties. Some are in deep freeze. Some are at wars. Some are so many situations. Can I just send them the vibrations of light and might and pure feelings, that whatever they're going through, may you be safe. May you stay peaceful in that situation. May you have a good life, even though there are challenges. Even though there are challenges, you keep giving, 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 giving. By you giving, it's an energy that is going to return to you. It's an energy that is going to, the soul is going to feel fulfilled with, that I have received something that is growing inside of the soul that I would want to give more. Or else I could just remain only within this small space of myself. So I need to expand my vision, expand it beyond this room, beyond the city, beyond, and see the whole world. And feel that your energy, your vibrations is just going out, touching the lives of souls. And so that was actually one of the practices I took throughout the day, because that was where, when I realized, I said, if I'm not a world benefactor, that one who's going to give to the world, then I'm only thinking about myself. What is it that I need? What is it that I want? What is it, or those just around me? So I took that today, and all through the day, traffic control, and at other times, I was remembering and just practicing and just doing it practically, of sharing with the world. So one is how I take care of myself throughout the day. From morning, spending the day doing the things that I need to do, but also what is my giving to the world? What is my sharing? What did I share with the world today? So when I share with the world, I have more resources for tomorrow. Or else my resources are getting diminished, and we wonder why we feel a certain way. It's because we haven't given anything. To give is to receive. That's the law. So if I'm feeling on a low energy, I have to see that I haven't given anything. Pause, realize, and then just through your thoughts. If I can't speak it through words, just through my thoughts, few beautiful thoughts, share it with the world. See what happens. It changes your whole being. Because you have given, it's an energy, it's the law that that energy will come back to you. So anything we need, anything we want, we feel there is a need in the soul, go to God, receive it, create those pure, those beautiful thoughts, and share it with humanity. Share it with the world. You know, one of the beautiful teachings I love of the Brahma Kumaris is to see everyone as souls. See everyone as souls, and they're playing their own part. Doesn't matter what the part may be. It is not for me to decide whether their part is good part or their part is not good. I didn't get that assignment to check on anyone and their part. Okay, whatever is the part, my part is to see everyone as a soul playing their own part. Whatever is the part. What are my feelings and my thoughts if I see someone not playing a very elevated, a very high and beautiful part? What do I do at that moment, practically? Do I criticize the person? Do I think that this should be like this? Why is this like this? No. If I do that, I'm getting into the script, into the story of someone else. No, step back. That soul is playing his or her part according to what they know. What is inside of them is what they are giving. If they have happiness inside, they will give happiness. If they have sorrow inside, they will give sorrow. If they have misery, then that's also what will be. Now, my part is to give good wishes. My part, what I understand. But the other is, what am I doing? My part is to give. My part is to see them that they're souls. And so throughout the day, these are the different scenes, whether you hear them, whether you see them, they show up in front of you. What is it that I need to do? I don't need to get stuck into the part of anyone. Be the giver. Be the one to bless. Be the one to just share and watch that energy inside of you changing the experiences of your own life. So I'm not expecting anyone to create anything for me or to give to me anything. I'm not sitting and even expecting from God. God, as the source, is there. Just come and be with me. But if I choose to leave God out of my life and just get busy in the things and thinking about the things, then again, I will see that where I am. And so throughout the day, it's a very beautiful day when I can think of these beautiful thoughts and see that life can become very, very valuable. So tomorrow will be a very productive in the sense of thoughts, words, actions, feelings, vibrations, because that's what the soul spend the day in creating. So you're moving up, and we say here, we're ascending. Every day we're ascending. I'm ascending in my thoughts. I'm ascending in my words, ascending in my vibrations. Keep on ascending, ascending, ascending. You take 2 steps down, it's not a descent. It's the steps to take strength. You return back and you keep ascending. And so take something very meaningful for the day in the morning. And that when the morning comes and that's the now for you, take something very meaningful. Meaningful with a quality. Well, today my day is going to be a very tolerant day. Or my day is going to be a very loving day, a giving day, whatever it is. And just use that throughout the day. And by the end of the day, you yourself will be amazed at how you feel, because you created the day, you created the story, you created your own experience of what you would like yourself to be. Anyone has any thought to share? So then let's have some meditation. Meditation to stay in this present moment and become aware that my life is the most valuable life. It is most precious. It is the most precious gift from God. And it's so beautiful to be alive. To feel the energy of my own creation. That is my thoughts. My thoughts create my world. And so being in this present moment and is aware of the thoughts I'm creating, I'm peaceful. I'm a bestower for the world to share peace. I'm creating an atmosphere around me. I'm in a very sweet awareness of this precious gift of life that is so amazing. And what few thoughts can do. When I'm aware, the thoughts are powerful. It can reach as far and wide as I look out into the world. It is the inner eye of the soul that is seeing beyond. And as I create the thoughts of love, thoughts of peace, thoughts for souls who are in difficulties, vibrations, God's light and love removes them from their suffering. They are souls, they are my brothers. It even separates me from any form of fear. Because the soul has the capacity to give. There is no fear. When there is fear, there is something within that shuts down. Let the heart open up. And let the feelings flow. Every day I have the opportunity to create a new me, a new self. Let me take this opportunity of this moment to create those experiences. I can feel my inner space expands with light and love, purity, patience, forgiveness. Every small scenes become insignificant. Letting go, letting go. Setting myself free from the extra thoughts. The extra thoughts are heavy. Let them go. This thought, I am a peaceful soul. I'm loving light. I am free. And I, the soul, I'm with God, the highest and high almighty authority, the one with all the powers. His highest being is my parent. His highest being fills me with everything that I need. I just need to be in his company. There is that deep feeling of security, of safety, of love. And the more the soul receives, there is the feeling to give.
This gelatin trick using 3 ingredients
So
from your
let the
fridge
vibrations
drawer and get ready to lose 3 pounds per day. I'm going
spread out into the world. It's the vibrations of peace that all souls are looking for. Give, give, and forgive. Set the self free. By giving. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. And so now use this as a method, as a means, that every moment is very special. Every moment is very important. What I'm creating in this moment is how my new day will be. And so we have set the tone now for a beautiful tomorrow. Let the scenes play. I am the observer. I stop, I observe, and I steer. Remember, S-O-S. Stop, observe, steer. Choose your direction. Om Shanti. Om Shanti.
So you've convinced me to plan my day, not just take it for granted. Thank you so much. It's true, we have so much power over our minds and what we think at every moment, no matter what's going on in the world. It's a beautiful thing. Thank you. I would like to invite you to come next week where Brother Eric is going to talk about, or the question, can we be too loving? Interesting. And we have a very special program on Sunday afternoon, 3 to 5, February 8th. It's a week from Sunday. And it's Shivratri. And we celebrate together. And is there any, yeah. Is it-
You'll check the invitation.
Okay. All right. So look for that in your email. Any questions or comments before we close? Thank you for coming. And those of you on Zoom, we'll see you next week.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.